Hi guys, welcome back to Becca's Garden and Prepper Pantry. Today we're going to be making some Bokashi fertilizer, also known as EM1. It's super simple. All you need is a bag of rice, white rice. Just get whatever's cheapest. This was from the dollar store. Get your cheapest brown sugar. You're more than likely going to need about 4 bags. We'll try to see if maybe this time I can do it with just 1 bag per gallon. I've got 2-gallon glass jars, 2 gallons of whole milk, cheap milk. It's fertilizer. We're fermenting this. We're not going to be worried about buying the most expensive stuff. The cheapest will do. You're going to get 2 cups of rice and put it in a cup. Add 4 cups of distilled water. So just grab whatever distilled water you can get. Spring water would work okay, but I like distilled water. It's super pure. Make sure everything is clean and sterile. And so, like I said, 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of distilled water. You're going to stir that around really, really good and let it sit for about 5 minutes so it's nice and cloudy. Then you're going to strain off all that water into a clear glass. You're going to use your rice to cook up for your meals or for your worm composter or feed to your chickens or whatever. And you're going to use that rice water that we just made. And what I do is I just grab a old cotton cloth, cover it up with an elastic, and I let that ferment until you get like this SCOBY. So it'll make a fermented SCOBY with just the distilled water and the rice water. And that can take, this took 4 days to get like this. So at the 4-day mark for us, I'm adding a gallon of milk to each jug. This is basically room temperature. You don't want to add it super cold. And I am in the south here, so things get to room temperature pretty quick. So I'm trying to add the whole gallon. We'll see how that works out. And, all right, that's good. That's good. So now we've added our gallon of milk to our about 2 cups of fermented rice water SCOBY. You're gonna just add your cotton cloth over with an elastic and then let it ferment in a cool, dark place. Now normally it says to let this ferment until the curds and whey separate, and that'll be super easy to see. You'll see a really clear liquid coming out in about 4 to 5 days, and then you can strain off your curds and salt it and let it drain in a cheesecloth and make like a farmer's cheese. We didn't care for it last time, so we'll see how it comes out this time. And then, or you could give it to your chickens or your compost if you didn't like the cheese, how it came out. And then, so once that happens, you'll separate your whey. You'll be left with a whey product that's fermented. And then what you're going to add to it is going to be your brown sugar. So we add the brown sugar to super saturate it so that I don't have to store this in like the refrigerator. So this will last me, 1 batch will last me at least a year of fertilizer. So I'm going to super saturate it and add at least probably 2 bags to the fermented whey and 2 bags also to this one. We'll see if we can do it with 1. We'll see how it comes out. It'll come out to be like this syrup texture, and you can store it in a plastic container with a lid, and now it's good till indefinitely. So what I end up using is 1 tablespoon per 2 gallons of water, and that is a really good fertilizer for our plants for fall. 1 batch lasts me, like I said, about a year. So we're just doing 2 batches because I've got some other projects I'm working on, and I just wanted to make a big batch of it. The fruit trees and everything that we have here really need it, and I've laxed on making it, so I need to get caught back up and just do a double batch. So anyway, I hope that was helpful to everybody. I'll come back and show you in about 4 to 5 days what the whey the whey and the curd separation looks like, and then we'll add the brown sugar. So this is part 1 of part 2 parts of a video, and it's just super simple. It adds a lot of beneficial bacteria to your garden. We do some solarizing as well, where we water down and clean out the garden and tarp it with clear tarps. And to add back that, jumpstart that soil from when you put your seedlings back in, it's really good to add the Bokashi. And our plants have really enjoyed it. This is a super cheap homemade fertilizer that anyone can make. And it's worked out really good for the last 8 years that we've been doing this here. So thanks for following along, liking, sharing, and subscribing. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for hanging out with me today in my kitchen as I make some homemade Bokashi fertilizer. We'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.